pre-simmering nicely. Now for the real test with this naan. Oh man, that is so good. Neighbors, the key to a good snow shelter is the density of the packed snow. When I hit this wall, you'll see just how strong it is. You really want to pack the sides tight when you're carving out this niche. It keeps the wind out and gives you a spot for your boots. The closed cell foam goes down first. It's lightweight and gives us that essential R value against the ice.
I have a place to sit, sleep, and cook. It's truly perfect. Its flavor is amazing.
I just scoop up some fresh snow, use it to scrub the bowl really well. The ice acts as a natural abrasive. Then I just wipe it dry with a cloth. Cold air sinks into the lower trench. All right, so this is the entrance, and down here is the cold sink trench. This design traps the cold air down low, keeping our sleeping platform nice and warm. You'll notice the rounded corners. This aerodynamic design, much like an airplane wing, helps the air glide over. So this is the finished snow cave. It took about 6 hours to dig out, but as you can see, it's incredibly cozy and surprisingly warm inside. So my rough estimate is that I had to move about 423 cubic feet of snow. I earned my hot chocolate tonight. These peanuts are surprisingly good. Listen closely. I have an idea that might just storm. We've got a good few feet of snow piled up against the door now. It's insulating us well, but we'll have some digging to do. So you can see the sag right here. I'm just gonna tap it to check the integrity. It's really packed down well. This cave is stable. This is exactly what I needed this morning. Nothing beats a hot breakfast in the snow cave. It is really snowing. So the plan is to climb up this section. It looks stable, but the amount of snow accumulating on top means we have to move fast. Oh, success. So much for 4WD.
I pressed the gas hard and it made a loud bang. Then I smelled something burning.
Got a gentleman in a big 4x4 pickup who might be able to help get me out. Pull, keep coming. It's moving. All right, Matt, thank you. Well, guys, I made it back safe and sound. Luke here with the Outdoor Boys YouTube channel, and welcome to the interior of Alaska. I'm gonna be camping in the snow without a tent for the next 3 days. I'll be building survival shelters, sleeping under animal hides, making bushcraft projects next to the fire, and cooking amazing food. Well, we've had a really weird winter here in Alaska. It's been cold, then hot, then cold again. I got myself pretty wet. Looks like there's a little ditch or creek here. Been driving around for about 2.5 hours. Think it's about time to look for a place to camp. It's gonna be pitch black by 4 p.m. today. I have about an hour and a half before sunset. There's an invasive beetle called the Japanese wiping out a lot of the spruce trees in this area. Seems like a lot of wood, but it's not. Get them deep and give them a good shake test. Yeah, that'll hold. Time to get warm. The key is getting this teepee structure just right with the driest kindling you can find. Once it catches, we'll be warm. Got to get a fire going and dry my pants off. We call this the drying circle. The heat will pull the remaining moisture from the center of these logs, making them much more efficient. looked at my clock and it's 7:30. So just about 5 hours to cut down all these trees and build this shelter. Getting these frozen logs stacked up really helps reflect the heat back into the shelter. It makes a huge difference in this cold. There we go. I brought some caribou hides to sleep on. Got to pack it tight, otherwise the melt hole just burns right through the bottom of the pot. Tell you what, I really like these heat reflectors. You build a wall behind your fire, it absorbs the heat of the fire and then reflects it back towards you. For dinner, I've got moose fajitas. I prepped up all the meat and seasonings. Now just gonna put it in the pot of boiling water. Moose fajita with a little bit of guacamole. Oh, I'm hungry. Nothing beats a hot drink when it's this cold out. Keeps the spirits up. I'm gonna sit here and eat some chocolate covered almonds and dry my boots out. Alright, it's time to cuddle up with my buffalo hide. Go to sleep. Alright guys, I'll see you in the morning. Hey, good morning. Morning everyone, time for some breakfast. Morning, good morning. Just a little bit of oatmeal left. Okay, let's get this day started. It's about 9:30 in the morning. The sun's gonna rise in about 45 minutes. This thatching only does a marginal job, but once you get a little bit of snow on top of it, then it's absolutely airtight. Now that I got the shelter built, and I don't think it's really necessary, so I'm going to use that for my firewood tonight. A friend of mine gave me these hot dogs. I think they're made out of caribou. Excited to try them out. I want to do a little project. I want to build a cooking griddle. So for dinner, I got something special. I got king crab legs. Cheers. This is exactly what I needed. Nothing beats a warm meal when you're out in the winter woods. You wouldn't believe this out here. Oh, my back. I feel like I was run over by a truck. But I'm warm. Listening to an audiobook. Woo. All right. All right. When I get really cold, my key truck freezes up and won't start. And hopefully it'll start up on me. Ah, sure is nice when things work. Sorry guys, totally messed that up. Who's a good dog, huh?